How you doing? Good, man. You just got one? Good day, Semper Gumbie Nation. This is Ben, and I want to thank you all for joining us on the Semper Gumbie channel today. Just out here in the Gumbie garage once more, having some coffee and getting ready for our preps. We got some more gear in, and we're slowly, we got about 50 days until our adventure, and we've ordered a bunch of stuff, a ton of stuff, and we did have some come in, and we're going to talk about one of these things today. So let's go check it out, and hope you enjoy the video. Today we're going to talk about the Clam. When I first heard about the Clam, I was like, what exactly is the Clam? Well, the Clam is a screen protector, and it's supposed to be easy setup within 45 seconds, and it offers some great protection. Now, a lot of the overlanders and the camping community uses tents such as the Gazelle, the Space Pod, and if you have seen those, they are very quick to set up. And all you do is you pull these handles and you can get your tent set up. Well, the Clam works in theory the same way, but it's a screen protector that helps keeps bugs out and keeps you cool because it's, you know, meshed all the way around. And I bought it to see if it would fit where I could reverse the back of my truck to the entrance of the Clam and use it as a addition to the truck cap. So let's go check it out. We're going to set it up and talk about it here in just a second. Now, for setup purposes today, we've had a ton of rain the last 4 days, and everything's all muddy out there. And so today we are going to set up the Clam in the garage, and I'm going to put some of my camping gear in there, such as the table, the chairs, and some other equipment, the cooler, and in which we are doing some review on some of the items that will be in the tent. I call it a tent. I guess I should call it a screen protector. Coffee hasn't set in this morning, but you know, when I got this, it came 2 days ago, and here, you know, you go figure, it is 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm shooting a video and planes are flying by. This right here is called the Clam Quick Set, and it is the Venture model, and I'll put all the links in the description below so you can go check it out. This one is a 9x9 screen tent. I don't know why they call it a tent. I guess it could be a canopy, but it does have screen in sides. Now, this model here has 5 sides, and the Venture comes in different sizes. They come in a 6x6, which can accommodate 2 people. They come in a 9x9, an 11.5 by 11.5, and then their largest model, which is 12.5 by 12.5. I opted for the 9x9 because I thought maybe the 6x6 might have been a little too small, but the 9x9 would be bigger than that, but smaller than the largest side. It would be perfect for myself and Hoku during our trip. They do come in different colors. They come in tan, brown, gray, and my favorite, green. And the good thing about this is, you know, it's summertime, and you know, anything outdoors is going to bring bugs, mosquitoes, flies, and all that good stuff. So by having this set up and having it screened in, you know, it allows you to, you know, sit in there, have some food, you know, without any bugs or flies. I'm gonna use it when I'm not in the truck cab to do editing while I'm on the road. It just gives me an extension of the truck cab. And it's supposed to be super easy to set up. If they say 45 seconds to set up and 60 seconds to take down. Now, I'm not really caught up in the 45 seconds to set up because, I mean, why would you have to have 45 seconds to set up? You know, that'd be a convenience, but I just want something easy. That's not, you know, I don't have to run poles, fiberglass poles through it, you know, and then run it through the loops and hook it down. This, you would just pull the handles, and there is 5-sided, so there are 4 handles. And we're going to set it up here in just a little bit. It does come with a carrying bag, which is a tough canvas with a double zipper. It comes with the tent stakes, and it does come with rope. Now the max pounds, this weighs just 26 pounds. Now the stakes that are included with the Clam Venture are plastic ones with some tie-down holes. I particularly don't like these because they usually bend or they crack. I would consider using the metal ones, but they do include these plastic ones with the screen canopy. So that's something to think about, especially if the ground is hard. Pounding these in may break, but I'll keep these as spares in the truck. So each side of the Clam have a handle where you have to pull out and it opens up. Now, what I recommend is to stake the ends down first before pulling the Clam up, because when you pull it, it would move the whole screen canopy around. Now, I'm doing this in the garage, so I can't stake anything down, so it's a little bit difficult. When I pull it, it moves around, but let me see if I can get this one. There we go. So there we go. We got it all set up, the 5 sides, and there are some poles inside I need to show you. So all the poles are all pretty much attached into the canopy, and they are pretty tough nylon pockets, heavy canvas, and they are stitched in very well. The construction of the screen is all sewn in. I hope you guys can see that okay. Pardon for the mess over there. We're getting everything ready to go for this trip. But if you can see the screen, it's I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but it's I don't think gnats could even get in there. So I try to butt it up to the truck tailgate, but what happens is the bottom of this stays open, so there is a lot of chances for bugs and flies to get in that way. So I don't think I'll be able to butt it up to the truck. A lot of it too is because my truck's got a 3-inch lift and it's got 35-inch tires, so the top of the cap extends past the roof of the Clam. Maybe if you had a regular van or SUV, but that's not a big deal because I'll just put this off to the side. It doesn't take much to get in and out. And like I said, there's a lot of room for the both of us, and I'm The top of the roof gives me about a foot or two, and each of the let me see, each of the connections are covered with a neoprene bag to protect it from getting beat up. This also has a hook up here, so if you want to hook a lantern, you can also do that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, well, we are in a complete camp setup in the Quick Set by Clam. As you can see, it's pretty roomy in here. It's perfect for 2 people. I'd say 3 people with your gear would probably be a little tight. So if you have 3 people, I would probably opt for the 11.5 by 11.5. If it's just 2 of you, the 9 by 9 would be perfect. And if it's just you, the 6 by 6 would be fine, but I think it'll be a little tight, especially with gear and if you're traveling with a dog or a pet. Now my overall impression is it's pretty roomy, and I can also stand up, and I still got a good 1.5 feet to the roof, which is important. I've got my camping table on here, got my jet boil, I've got my camp stove, got my Jackery and my Bouge RV 12-volt cooler. And I recommend, if you're going to set it up, put a mat down, because the bottom of the floor is open. But when you stake the ends down, and I'll show you this in just a second, there's a flap that prevents water from coming in and prevent bugs. But you know, it's not going to be 100% bug free. What I'll do is I'll set up my thermocell in here just for an extra added protection, but it does give you protection from the sun and most of the bugs. And like I said, it's pretty roomy in here, and this is where I'll probably do some of my editing and spend most of my time when I'm not inside of the truck. Let's go get Hoku and see how much space that she takes up. Seats, come here. Well, having her in here too also protects her from the bugs and all this other critters out here. Hoku, come here. She's sniffing things out, checking it out. It's new to her, but she'll get really acquainted with it when we do some camping. Hoku, here, bring your ball. Say hello to everybody. Come here. Oh, look over. Come here, get over here. Seats. No, down. Okay, good girl. So, would I recommend this? Probably, if you're going to an event and have some areas you can set it up. Like I mentioned before, you want to stake the ends down before pulling the sides out, because it'll help you not drag the tent around. So let's go check out some of the features on here. Now the outside of the canopy has a flap, like I said. Now this flap, what you do is you would tuck it in, and that will give you an extra protection for bugs and water from getting into the tent or canopy or screen shelter. And then you just stake down the ends. So that's a really cool feature. And like I mentioned, you can put the optional screen protector on there, and they are connected with Velcro on there. Now one thing with zippers, you know, zippers are cheaply made, but this one is a double zipper. It looks pretty, it's double stitch, and it does have a tab on here where you can pull to go up and down, and I can open it with one hand. So that's a big plus there, especially if you're carrying stuff in or having that hand available. Now we got everything out of the clam. Let's go ahead and break it down and show you how quick it is to break down as fast as it was to get it set up. So what we're gonna do is push in the sides. Like I said, if it was staked down, you have a little bit more leverage. And all you do is just fold it back up. And I forgot to mention, before you do pop it down, make sure the poles on the inside are stowed back on the frame brace. Now they do give these really thin ribbons to tie up your clamshell before you put it in, but I might just use some Velcro and not even use these because these are too flimsy. So what do I think about the Quick Set Venture by the Clam? It's pretty darn cool. I think it's easy to set up for anyone, and it provides a lot of coverage or protection from either the sun, bugs, mosquitoes, and it also it was pretty cool in there, and I got a pretty good airflow during this setup. Like I said, it was in the garage, so I apologize for the lighting. I wasn't able to stake it down. It's just that the last 4 days was it's a terrible mess out there, and it's muddy, and you know, I didn't want to get it dirty the first time I set it up. Now, if I was in the field camping and that happened, well then so be it. But for today's video purposes, I wanted to set it up and show you how easy setup and breakdown is. Now we'll be getting some more items in. I got a couple more over here that I want to show you, and I'm going to probably post those videos on Wednesday. Now the price for the Clam, it depends on the size you get. Now the 6x6 is about $190. The 9x9 is about $210, and you can get them on Amazon, and they go all the way up to $400 on the 12x12. But let me tell you, the 12x12 is huge. You can have 6 people in there, and that was way too much space for me. So the 9x9 is good for 2 people. If you know, you go camping with you and the someone else and a dog.
Willie Gray FaceTime video.
Hold on, folks. We got a call from Willie Gray from the Wanna Go Fishing channel. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, you mind if I videotape you?
What? Put your camera to work, don't you?
Hey, the life of a YouTuber.
Yes, look at that. Having a GoPro on a stand, that is definitely something that you just never see.
Hey, I want to make a video of like going camping with 4 or 5 YouTubers. I wonder how that camping trip would be.
Nobody would be talking to cameras.
Well, I'm actually shooting a video for the Clam, so I've got you on video. So.
Oh, the Clam.
The Clam, yes.
That's a very how do I say that? Very unique looking piece of equipment that looks like I should have some. I should have one.
Well, you know what? I'll have the video posted up today, and I just set it up in the garage because it's muddy out in the front yard, and I know these will get dirty. If I was in the field and it was raining, I had to set it up, I'd do it, but for brand new purposes, just out of the bag, I just did it in the garage. It was a little bit more difficult because I couldn't stake it down before opening it up, but I managed and I put some of the gear inside. But it's great for camping.
I need to get me one of those so I can work out here in the yard and not be smacking mosquitoes the whole time I'm out here working.
Yeah, you know, they're great for day use and good weather. You know, it wouldn't protect you during a heavy rain or anything like that.
Well, just to keep the bugs off, I'm out here working on other people's equipment. Let me say something since I'm on video and you have so many people that watch you because you're a famous YouTuber. Stop leaving gasoline in your equipment, people.
Well, first of all, what are you working on? Tell people that's why.
I am working on a pressure washer. I work on small engines and things like that. And this is the types of things that I end up getting because I'll have somebody that says, hey man, my pressure washer won't start. Can you look at it? Sure. Then I get it, and there's more rust in the gas tank than gasoline.
So Willie's tip of the day is?
Stop leaving gasoline in your gasoline-powered equipment. Lawnmowers, weed eaters, power washers, generators. If you have a metal gas tank, the ethanol in the gas will eat the tank up and it will destroy your carburetor.
It'll gum everything up too, your lines and everything.
I'm on a Generac pressure washer that's only a couple years old, and the inside of the gas tank and carburetor looked like it was on the Titanic. Okay,
so that is our public service announcement today from Willie on the Wanna Go Fishing channel. But
there you go.
If you guys check out his channel, he is lingering about the almost the 1,000 mark of subscribers. 820. So folks, if you're not a subscriber, check out his channel first. And he has a lot of great stuff on his channel. He has a monkey, a mini bike, an Enfield. It's a fishing channel, but it's more than a fishing channel. So, you know, he's got a lot of views, and help him get to that 1,000 sub mark by subscribing to his channel, and help me too. So anyway, let's get back to finishing the video. Thank you, Willie, for joining us on this morning's episode of the Clam review. So the price for these range anywhere from $180 to $400 depending on the size. The screens are optional, which if you do put the screens, be aware that it'll restrict the airflow in there. And you know, during the summer you want, maybe you can put a fan in there, have some cross flow ventilation. That's what I plan to do. But I'm really impressed with the Clam. I haven't actually tested yet out in the field, but I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of reviews on it, so I'm pretty happy with it. So check it out, the Clam. Check out the description down below, and I'll put in the link to Amazon. And we're gonna have a lot more reviews coming up before we head out on our journey. So let's see what else we've got going on. This week, it's been a crazy week, and I don't know if I'm able to tell you about one of the things that happened this week just for legal purposes. But one of the biggest things is my sister. Some of you may not know, she has stage 4 cancer, but she's doing exceptionally well. I talk to her almost, we text almost every day, and we talk or FaceTime at least once a week when they go over to my parents' house in Hawaii for Sunday get-togethers. So she's doing, like I said, she's doing exceptionally well. She's responding to the treatment. So prayers to her. All you prayer warriors out there, give her keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Yesterday, or in the last 4 days, I was having some stomach pains, lower back pain in the back. and ended up going to seek medical assistance, which they did a CT scan on my stomach and stuff. So pretty much they treated me for kidney stones. So if you haven't had kidney stones, let me tell you, buddy, woo, it will change your perspective on pain. But I've got some pain meds, and the doctor I had was unbelievable. I want to say his name was Joe Harris, with the West Tennessee Emergency Medicine. Thank you very much, sir. You answered every question. I didn't feel like I was rushed in and rushed out. You actually explained everything and took some time and talked with me. So thumbs up, Dr. Harris. The other thing I'm going through is I'm doing I don't know how to explain this without giving too much away, but it's a legal issue from another state. So, but I do have representation from the company that I worked for. So a couple of people have been named in this. So that's all I want to say. So, so this week has been just, I've been kicked, punched, kicked in the gut, thrown on the floor. Especially when the deputies came to serve papers. But you know what? I'm not gonna let that kind of stuff drag me down, because it's a long legal process, could last over a year. So, you know, and it's not hard. It's people say, oh, don't worry about it, and you know, get your mind off it. But it's hard to do, and you know, thinking about it is a lot. So, you know, I'm trying to get it out of my head and go on with my life. I'm still gonna go do my trips, our adventure. I'm gonna enjoy life. And, you know, because a certain individual thinks a certain way, you know what is life without haters? And if you got haters in your life, that means you're doing something right, because they're jealous of what you're accomplishing. So, and you know, I always say, you know, be flexible no matter what life throws at you. So I got thrown in all directions, front, back, side to side, and I'm still here. So I ain't going nowhere, and I'm still standing, and I'm still fighting. So what else we got going here? Sorry to keep rambling on, but if you made it this far in the video, that means you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. We still got our trip scheduled. We got all our reservations, and I'm gonna put in some of the photos that places we'll be staying, and it is just unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm looking forward to meeting up with some old friends and some new friends, and it's gonna be a great journey and adventure. A couple of things we got on that we got coming to review. We've got the new Bouge RV 12-volt cooler. I do have an IceCo dual zone, but it is a 60 quart, and it is way too big to fit in the back of the truck inside. It'll take most of the room away from Hoku, and it weighs about 65 pounds. So lugging that thing in and out is just crazy. So I've got a Bouge RV 30 quart, which will be a little bit more on the normal person side, and we'll be doing a review on that. I'm just letting it sit for the 12 hours because of shipping. You know, the compressor did get, you know, put on its side and everything, so 12 hours sitting, and then we'll fire it up and do a video probably this Wednesday. And we also have some other equipment like tire plugs, a 4-ton jack that we've got in there, getting stuff along the way. We will be building a shelf. We'll be taking half of the seats out in the back of the cab, in the rear seats, building a platform this week, so stick around for that. Other than that, made some great new friends on YouTube. Check out Dispersed Camperman. His name is Mark. He's based out of Arkansas, and he drives across the from Arkansas to West, and does a lot of camping in BLM land, and it's free dispersed camping, a lot of boondocking. He goes through some great places, so check out Dispersed Camperman on his YouTube channel, and in the comments tell him Ben from the Semper Gumbie channel sent you. Also check out Willie in the Wanna Go Fishing channel. Help support his channel. He's almost at 1,000 subs, so we'll help him get there. Old Man Old Truck, he is actually going across to Flagstaff from South Carolina on his adventure here in a couple weeks. He's actually going to stop by, so we're going to shoot a video with him stopping by. So we're going to catch up with Phil, check out his rig, what he carries on his thing. So we'll do a short video on that. Old Man Old Truck, and YouTube has opened the doors for new friends in 2023. So anyway, I'm going to end this video. I've babbled long enough, but oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. I want to thank all of the folks who have ordered t-shirts and had included a tip on there, and that money parcel of the proceeds are helping us on this journey across. So thank you. If you haven't checked out our new line of shirts, we got some on there too. You want to go check it out. I don't know if I want to cover it on the video, but go to bonfire.com and then type in Semper Gumbie on the search, and then you'll see some of the shirts on there. And like I said, we get a partial proceeds from the sales that'll help us. Also, Blackout Coffee Company, check them out, and also BLACKBEARD Fire Starters. And these are all supporters of the channel, and it helps us, the channel, grow. All right, so I'm done doing the shameless plug. So always treat your neighbors well, look after them, spend time with your family, and tell them that you love them. And most of all, no matter what life throws at you, and I can tell you that this week it has thrown everything at me, always be Semper Gumbie. Hey, this is Ben with Semper Gumbie. Have you ever had a kidney stone? Let me tell you, it's no fun.